Hello class, let's take a look at this problem here. We have a contingency table with color of helmet and not injured versus injured and killed. And we want to see if there is an independence or a dependency between the color of the helmet and the controls. So worn by the motor, so let's just read the question here, just make sure we understand it. A case control study was conducted to investigate the relationship between the colors of the helmets worn by motorcycle drivers and whether they are injured or killed in a crash. So basically, we're talking about the event of being injured and killed versus not injured. So I guess this is kind of like the state, the health state of the driver, and then of course the color of the helmet. The alternative, the null and alternative statement are given right here. And then if we want to actually do this in StatCrunch, let's just open it in StatCrunch. Whoops. Thought I'd done that here. Let me try it again. So open in StatCrunch. Okay, so there it is right there. And now we want to do the contingency table. So go to Stat, Summary, tables, excuse me, Stat Tables, and then Contingency with Summary. And the column labels are black, white. Hold down your control key to make multiple selections. So select all of the colors, black, white, yellow, red, and blue. And then the row label is going to be var1. Okay. And again, if you look at your table here, you can kind of, let me open this up here so you can see it. I can't resize it here. Let me do this. All right, let me try it again. It messed up. Open in StatCrunch. Okay, so before I do this part, so you can see here, I have columns black, white, yellow, red, and blue, and then this column over here is for the row labels. So again, go to Stat Tables, Contingency with Summary, and again, hold down your control key to make these multiple selections. The row labels are var1, hit Compute, and then you can see right here, this is my test statistic and the corresponding p-value 0.898. So in order for me to enter this, I'm going to have to remember this information and close it. That's one of the problems about opening the values or doing this inside of, when you do it this way, where you open in StatCrunch, is you have difficulty seeing the screen. So the first thing they want me to do, the next thing they want me to do after putting in the test stat, which I just did, is find the critical values. So I'm just going to do this directly in StatCrunch. So I have StatCrunch open right here. And again, this is going to be a chi-square distribution. So here it is right here. Let me move this over so we can see it. Hello. There we go. And move this back so we can see the problem. What are the degrees of freedom? Well, remember that degrees of freedom is going to be 1 minus the number of columns times 1 minus the number of rows. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 minus 1 is 4. And then 2 rows. 2 minus 1 is 1. So 4 times 1, the degrees of freedom is 4. And oh, by the way, I don't know if you noticed or not, but when I actually did the calculation, okay, that I just did a few seconds ago, let me do it one more time, just for illustrative purposes. Sorry to keep doing this, but I keep missing things that I want to point out. Black, white, yellow, red, and blue. And the row label is var1 and compute. And if you look right here, there's the degrees of freedom. So it will actually calculate the degrees of freedom for you automatically. Okay? So let me put that down here and go back to my other spreadsheet right here. And then now I have to put in the alpha value, which is 0.01, and we want to be in the right tail. And the critical stat, you can see here, is 13.277. So 13.277. Okay. And now it's time to make the decision. Okay. I could do it with the p-value. Remember, the p-value was 0.0898, which is, again, bigger than 0.01, or I can just do it from the test stat and the critical stat. The test stat is between 0 and critical, so therefore I am going to fail to reject the null. There is not sufficient evidence to support our claim. Thank you.